Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. How is everyone today? Let's see, who do we have in here? Um, okay, well, it won't let me scroll up. I don't know why. Hi Rhea. Hi Dana. Hi Dawn. Hi Deb. Hi Devissa. Hello everyone. How are you all today? It's warm there today. Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It all depends. Hi Yvonne. It's so good to see you all. I'm sorry that you've hurt your back again, Dana. You gotta stop doing that. Housework's a dangerous thing. It's hazardous. Don't do that. Hi, Deborah. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Hi, Rachel. Of course, it is Wednesday, so it's work in progress day, and we've got a couple of things that we're working on. Of course, we're still working on the wonderful little kitty from Saturday from the Color Me Happy Colorathon. So we have that to work on, or I'm behind on my hugs. I have hugs to do. So I've got this hug still to do, and then today's hug to do. And today's hug is this one. So do you want to do the two hugs, or do you want me to work on the kitty? So we'll do a poll. How's that? What to work on? Hugs or kitty? Okay, so I put a poll up. So I will leave that up for a little bit and we will see if we're going to work on the kitty or if we're going to work on the hugs. So click on the kitty. Click on the poll. Doesn't matter which one you want to click on. Both are good to me, so I did continue to work throughout the weekend during other people's streams. I didn't get a whole lot done because some of those streams were hilarious. And yeah, I didn't get a whole lot done. So your grayscale looks dirty. Did you blend it? Um, you have to put a lot of color down, first of all, to cover up that gray. And second of all, if you blend it with a blender pencil, it will pull that grayscale back up and make it look dirty. Like, for example, this area here, I don't have enough color on there, so that gray is showing through. Okay, so it looks like the kitty is winning. My tray feels dirty. I hate that. So as you can see with the butterfly, I've got plenty of color on there so that grayscale isn't showing through. But this flower down here, the grayscale is showing through a little bit and it looks a little bit grayer than it should. And that's because I don't have as much color on this one as I say have on this one. You have to be quite heavy-handed in your coloring. Not heavy-handed in a way of press really hard on your layers, but multiple layers, deep, deep color. Yeah, just got to get more color on there. Sometimes the paper doesn't like it. That's why you should constantly do it with layers, especially with a grayscale. Um, and if it's a really, really dark grayscale, use really dark colors on top of that grayscale. Don't try to use a light color on top of a really, really dark grayscale area. So for example, this area down here on the butterfly where it's really, really dark, I'll have to use reds or blacks in that area because of the dark grayscale. It's going to show through any light colors that I try to put there. Because in the picture that the artist has colored, she's colored all those really dark areas black, so it's going to show up as a dark, dark gray or black. Not a problem at all, Deborah. All right, so it seems the kitty is one. Let's see. Yeah, the kitty's one. That's okay, because I want to finish the kitty anyway because I want to send it to her for her birthday. So, yes, the if the paper is a really good quality, then definitely continue to layer that color up. Um, with it being a skin tone, start on your lighter colors, layer those up, or your darker color, your lighter colors over top of the dark, and then layer them up as you go. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Did you get your package? I sent you a message, but I haven't had a chance to check back on it. So it seems the kitty kitty has won, but that's okay because you know it's adorable, and it's for Ashley, so it means Ashley gets her kitty done. All right. So hello everyone. Hello to all of you in the Lurkers Corner. I hope you're not playing too much with the pencils. Well, I hope you're playing with lots of with the pencils. Just don't drop them. So I've got my handy dandy thingamadoo here with all my colors in it. Oh goodness. Okay, good. I am so glad that it got there all right. All right, so where should we start? Well, let's start up here and we'll finish up these blue flowers and then we'll move down here to these red flowers. There's a lot of flowers and stuff still need to be colored, so we're going to be coloring lots of flowers today. Well, I had to send you a Bob Ross. I hope they all arrived in good condition. I tried to package them as good as I could without damaging things. All right, I'm going to zoom it out a bit and move it around so that we can color up at the top. All right, let's move it up. There we go. So we're going to color these little flowers up here. And we've got two different blues, 134 and 139. We're still using the Flowwood colored pencils. Aw, well, Yvonne, it is really late there, darling. You should get some sleep if you need sleep. turn on the light a bit here so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to take the 134, which is the darker of the blues, and I'm going to put in the dark areas here, following the artist's grayscale here, making sure I get that darkness into those dark areas. This grayscale in this book is quite light, so even with very light grayscale, you still have to put in a good layer of color. Otherwise that grayscale is going to show right through. That's awesome. Well, I hope that he finds a good home there, and you put him somewhere to remind you that mistakes are just happy little accidents waiting to happen. Well, then stick around and hang out. Just if you get tired, go to bed. I thank you very much for stopping in and hanging out with us. But if you're tired, darling, go to bed. It is late there. Yeah, I think he's turning out pretty cute. He's pretty darn cute. I just love his eyes. I like the way they turned out. Excuse me. Got a tickle in my throat. So now I'm going through with the 139, which is a light blue. Ah, yeah. You gotta watch out for those cat naps. Sometimes they can just end up being naps. Depending upon how you feel, sometimes they can just end up being, okay, I've gone to bed. I've done that. Not feeling well, go and think, okay, well, I'll just go have a little nap. Wake up and it's morning. It's like, okay, well, I guess I went to bed. Okay, so if you're going to color Bob's painting, use an acrylic paint pen. That's what I use on it. The alcohol markers, you can try to use those, but it will spread through the layer lines. But an acrylic marker won't. So I'm just going to go over those dark areas again. Awesome, Yvonne. Thank you. And I'm happy to have you here with me. All right. Just going to put a little bit of definition in there so we can see where one flower ends and one flower begins. Hi, Dean. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? I'm just going in again with the light blue, darkening up that light blue color. The great thing about this book is the paper is quite nice for layering, but it's also really good if you're heavy-handed to squish that color in there. So if you guys have not noticed, for the people here in the US, I have, as you all know, I have my Enable Station coupon area in the community section. But I noticed a lot of Halloween coupons. So I also made a spooky station um, for Halloween coupons so that you can, get your costumes and things like that, celebrate Halloween with a little bit less expense. How do I pronounce my name? Renee. Yeah, we've got a couple of Deadpools too. I thought about sending you a Deadpool because I have a Deadpool Bob Ross. All right, so there's that first little couple there. It's all the same thing that's up. Yeah. So we've got a couple of different color-a-thons going on this month. I hope you're all ready for them. We have Emily Illustrates is doing a Potterathon, which is fantastic. I will be coloring a printed 3D printed picture, which should be fun. And then we have a Halloween colorathon coming up as well that's being put on by Shell Arty. And I will be participating in that one as well. Hi, Stacy. Yeah, you want to see the... Let's see if I can reach it. It's on the windowsill behind my desk here. So I'll see if I can reach it without knocking the desk completely over. I'll show you the Deadpool Bob Ross. It's a bobblehead. Bob bought it for me for Christmas one year for a stocking stuffer. And then Bob prints. He printed a Deadpool bust. It looks really cool. Well, I think I showed you the Deadpool bust. Hi, Emily. Nice. It is. It's going to be so much fun. Hi, Tammy. Good day, good day, good day. Hi, Vicky. So happy to see you all. Okay, I'm going to open this for a second. So there's going to be light pouring in. Let's see if I can find Bob Ross here. Of course, he's way back there. so I will be right back. I've got to crawl under my desk or behind my desk. All right, so chat amongst yourselves. Look at the pretty kitty. I shall be right back. All right. Wavy. That was more exercise than I needed. So, switch on the main camera here. There we go. So, we have Deadpool Bob Ross. And he's a bobblehead. So there's my Deadpool Bob Ross. The things my husband buys me for Christmas. And he is the Marvel Pop number 319. I'm pretty sure he's still available out there somewhere. Yeah, so there's Deadpool Bob Ross. And another one that he bought me at the same time, I have a thing about unicorns. Unicorns are my favorite. So he bought me this. However, if I'm grumpy, it's such a cute unicorn. Until I'm grumpy. Raphael of Flowers. Awesome. So he's adorable when he's not grumpy. So yeah, those are the things that my husband buys me as presents. But I'm telling you, if he's grumpy. So yeah, I have a Deadpool Bob Ross. And I have a grumpy unicorn that I can put on my desk and say, okay, don't disturb, because if it's in the grumpy face, it's best just not to talk to me. It's just best to walk away. Slowly, blip, so slowly back away. And Dean, the grayscale that you want to work on, just as I was telling Deborah before you came in, If it's really heavy grayscale, really, really dark grayscale, make sure that you start with your dark colors and build those dark colors up on that dark area. If it's an area that you want the light colors in, just continue to build it up until you can no longer see the grayscale behind it. Otherwise it will look a little muddy. It's just, you got to cover up that grayscale to get rid of that muddy look. This grayscale is not so bad because it is a very light grayscale. The problems that you can find with lighter grayscales is sometimes you can't see where things end and where things start. Same with dark grayscale. That's why it's always good to have a reference picture. Are you in Emily's DMs again? Alright. So just continuing to build that color up, just repeating with the two blues of 134 and 139. But yeah, the Harry Potter-a-thon should be so much fun. Can't wait. I'll get Bob printing on the prints so that I can practice a little bit. And then we're going to use number 8 in the center here. And then we're going to use number 10 right in the middle. And we're going to put number 8 in here. Oh, I have a spider up on my wall. He's been hanging out there all day. I have an entire case of nail polish that I don't use because I shake so much. I don't know how you do it, Emily. I shake so much that I can do one side perfectly. The other side, I have it all the way up my hand. Drives me crazy. I was going to do my nails for today, but as Bob Ross says, mistakes are happy little accidents, not when they include nail polish. Those are not happy little accidents. They're horrible little mistakes. The spiders are helpful little creatures. We live next to a bunch of farms, so every once in a while the flies will get really bad around here. So the spiders keep them away. We don't have extremely poisonous ones in the house. So. Like we get brown recluses out here, and lately I've seen a few black widows, but it's not a normal occurrence from what I understand. Yeah, the brown recluse is pretty bad. But, most of the time, if you just leave the spiders alone, they'll leave you alone. Unless they crawl into your bed, and then just moving your foot can be a threat, so. Oh, ouch! Yeah, you gotta be careful of that. I don't have a Derwent one, but I don't know if I'd want to take any of them to the face. Yes, kitty kitties. I don't have kitty kitties. My husband's allergic to them, so spiders work. We used to have a kitty that looked like this, but the doctor said either do a really expensive surgery or rehome the kitty. And we found her a good home. Unfortunately, the surgery was something that was a little bit more expensive than we could afford. Your foot feels sleepy? Yes, yes. Put it to the... Oh, okay. Okay, I understand now. Yes, that's another thing that you can do with a darker grayscale as well is you can take an eraser and just tone down the grayscale a little bit and then build your color on top of it. But make sure that you build your color up and that if you're still seeing some of that grayscale behind it, just continue until you don't see the grayscale. Another thing is do a test area. Make sure that your pencils aren't picking up that grayscale ink. Make sure that your ink is solidified. And don't use a blender pencil if the ink is loose. Yes, yes, they do. They do. They definitely do enjoy chasing and eating spiders. And birds and anything else that moves quickly. Hey there, poet. You missed Bob Ross in The Angry Unicorn. I think you would get a kick out of The Angry Unicorn, though. Wonderful things my husband puts in my stockings at Christmas time. Once again, just going back and forth with this dark blue and the light blue with some yellow in the centers. It's kind of boring, but did I miss? Oh, hi, Gail. I was going to say, did I miss Gail? I see you now. Is it Deadpool Bob Ross? That's what Bob Ross is doing. Welcome back, Dawn. So I'll finish up these few little blue flowers here and then we'll move on to a different flower because you guys are probably pretty bored with me coloring these blue flowers. Maybe we'll color some of the leaves back there. I thought you'd like it. The other one that I was showing them that I think you would really enjoy. Poet needs to sit down for this one. He's a cutie little unicorn. Isn't he cute, Poet? He sits on my desk. And if I'm in a bad mood, he tells you I'm in a bad mood. He's so cute when I'm in a good mood, though. And these are the things my husband buys me for Christmas. And I just love them. I think they're hilarious. Yes, the things I find entertaining. I can sit there and play with that unicorn all day long. Yes, the bad even though it's a bad mood face, it's still so cute. Just gonna put in that definition there. Hi, Nina. Absolutely lurk away, darling. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep. Thank you for coming in and lurking and hanging out and saying hello. Yeah, isn't it cute? It's so cute. I have a thing for unicorns and fairies, so my husband buys me unicorns, my sons buy me fairies. Alright, so I'm just going to finish this one up here and then we'll go on to some greens. Excuse me. I think I need a sip of my coffee is what I think I need. Okay, so we're going to put these back into the spots. And then we'll grab some greens here. Excuse me. Hold on one moment. All right. Coffee. We need coffee. Ah, that's better. We need to sharpen because my light greens are kind of dull. So what has everybody been working on? What are you all working on? I know that Deborah is working on a portrait, grayscale portrait. What is everyone else working on? Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with 117 and do the darker areas. I have a tendency to lay down the darker areas first so I can see where I'm going, especially when the grayscale is lighter and it doesn't have a lot of definition. It helps you give it that definition a little bit. And you'll find that when you go over it with your light, it'll tone it down quite a bit or lighten it up a little bit. But that's the thing with grayscale, is you just gotta continue to build those colors up. Right. How is your room coming along? And then I'm going to go in with 116. Just in the really dark areas. And then we're going to go in with 113 if I don't break the tip off of it, which I just did. Dropping pencils. You'll find when you go over things with your lighter colors, if you don't have enough color down, sometimes they'll pick up the grayscale and go a little muddy. So you just got to go over your grayscale area, the dark gray area, with your darker color and just continue to build that color up. That's one of the reasons why I tend to go from dark to light with grayscales, so that especially heavier grayscales, so that the light colors don't pick up that ink. But I also use cheapo books, so. Ooh, Lost Ocean, nice. Yeah, I don't have that one yet. Keep on looking at it and keep on going, I don't need any more books. My brain keeps on going, you have so many books that you don't color in, but I like looking at them all. Alright. So just going through, making sure I get that dark areas looking dark. Looking dark green, not dark gray. Still, oh yeah, still waiting on that book, yeah. Oh dear. Well, I hope everything is okay, Dawn. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Hopefully the grayscales will help. Well, I hope everything's okay with Dawn. Hate to hear when people get into accidents and stuff. And as you can probably tell, the last layer that I put on is light, and I go fairly heavy-handed on it just to get that grayscale covered and the colors blended, because with a grayscale it's best not to use a blender pencil or a blender solution, because those solutions and pencils can pick up the grayscale and move it around, which will help muddy your picture. So you have to be a little bit careful with that. Well, you're not an amateur, it just takes practice. You know, when I first started coloring, I thought, you know, when I would see people's grayscales and they were absolutely gorgeous, I thought, well, that's kind of cheating because all of the prettiness is already there. You just got to color over it and off you go. I quickly learned that is not the case. Yeah, absolutely. The blender will definitely pick up that ink and move it around for you. So I just tend to use my lightest color as the blender and just press a little bit harder on it just to get it to blend it in. You know, my first couple of layers, as I'm building that color up, I don't press really hard. But my last layer, I will press a little bit harder and blend those colors together. And following the grayscales kind of really actually is very relaxing to me. The only time it's really stressful is if it's a really dark grayscale, because then I can't tell what things are, and that stresses me out. Oh, thank you. Hey, Ambient. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you could make it to visit. All right, so we're going to do this big leaf here, and then we'll go into the red flowers here. So this big leaf is the same as these leaves over here. So they're quite bubbly. So they have a lot of dimension to them. Well, maybe we'll do this one too because it's bugging me that it's sticking out there. So it's going to take a little bit more of the light to dark and light back and forth to make sure that it's got the right dimensions. That's why I have two different lights that or two different darks that I'm working with. I also have a second light color as well. Just so I can get those colors built up a little bit. Oh, yeah, it's the page that I was working on last Saturday for the Color My Happy color along from Adorable Animals, grayscale coloring book by Jane Madej. Sometimes on Work in Progress Wednesday, I'm not sure what we're going to do, and we had a vote, and people chose this one because I have so many works in progresses. All right. This one I really do want to get done because I want to get it over to to Ashley. I want to be able to send it to her in her email. No problem whatsoever. Alright, so we're going to do some of these leaves, and then we're going to start in on the flowers here, and they're going to be a dark pink reddish color. And I know what they're called, but do you think I can remember? No. Brain says, nope, you don't get to remember what those are. So once again, just starting into those dark areas, giving it some definition. And I'm using a medium dark color here, not my darkest color, because I just want it to give me that definition of where things are. And we'll go in with the darker color afterwards. Oh no. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the lightest color. And this is just so that it highlights those light areas. I'm just doing it very, very lightly, just so I can see those light areas. When there's a multitude of different levels of gray, sometimes it makes it hard to see the light areas. So because I know there's a lot of dimension in these leaves and a couple of different levels of color, it's easier to see the white areas if you put a bit of color on them. Alright, so the next one we're going to go with is the darker color here. So that's number 116. I've got this tickle in my throat and it won't go away. I hate it. And this is the darker of the colors. So I'm putting a little bit of pressure on it, just in the areas that are the darkest. So as you can see, there's a gray area here, but it's not as dark as the gray area that was here. So we'll be using a different green on that area. Just feathering it into that area a little bit so that it has something to grab hold of. A really good one, Deborah, for grayscale faces, of course, is Christine Caron. Her grayscales are quite light, and it does help getting that understanding of the portrait. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, a Grazia Salvo. That's another really good grayscale one too. I like Grazia Salvo. Um, Another really good one is uh, oh, Maria. I can't remember how to say her last name for some reason. Hi, Jill. Jill, the artsy witch. I love your name. Well, I'm glad that you're still there, Dana. I keep on stopping to read chat. Should be working. Oh, absolutely not a problem at all. So now I have a medium light green here. And we're going into that medium color. And this is more of an olivey kind of color. Just trying to get into those medium tone areas. Hey there, monkey. How are you? How's school? Just pressing a little bit harder so that I can get the blend together. And I'm going to actually take a bit of a yellow green. I need to grab a different green here as well, just to give it that lime greeny color. So I'm going to grab number 112. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think you could do grayscale too. Just make sure that that you darken the grayscale up a little bit if you're really used to really dark line art. Uh, Most times I will say lighten the grayscale, but if your eyesight is going, you may need to darken it a bit and just work with your pencils and your markers um, to build that color up. Alright, now I'm going to go over it with this lighter green. I'm just going to blend it all together. And then we have a leaf. And of course it doesn't look that yellow, that olivey in real life. No, these are actually called Flowwood colored pencils. They are quite soft and they just have some gorgeous, gorgeous color laydown. Alright, so I'm going to skip the rest of the leaves for now, and we're going to move on down to these flowers here. So I need this one. I'm going to pick out the colors here. Make sure I'm looking at the right chart, because I've done that before. Where is this one? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I need number 81 and there's number 81, and then we'll use this one here. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the 3 different colors of red here. 2 of them are quite pinky, which is fine. That's what I want. So yeah. Yeah, we have a tendency to encourage purchasing here. I don't enable, I enrich and inform. That's it. Hi, Larissa. Yeah, I have actually been really good on containing the work in progresses down to a minimum. All right, so I'm going in with number 81 and just doing the dark areas. And hopefully I'm in screen. And just doing the really dark areas. Trying not to press too hard. That's obviously not working for me. Because I just broke my pencil. And Evelyn's not here, so she didn't see me brush that away with my hand. Hi, Sanette. Well, glad you're here and visiting. I appreciate it. Hi, Terry Lynn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm waiting for Evelyn to come out of lurking and say, I saw that. So just going through and doing all the dark areas. Yes, this is my regular time on Wednesday. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And after me, of course, is Ria, and she will start at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, so in about an hour. So when I close down, please make sure you go over and visit with her, say hello, and take a look at what she's up to today. She does absolutely gorgeous work. And I want to apologize to all of the tubers that are in the chat that I am subscribed to or that have posted today and yesterday. I haven't had a lot of time to get in and watch everybody's stuff. I haven't been feeling all that great. I made the mistake of eating something I shouldn't have because it was nummy. And my tummy has been going, yeah, silly girl, you shouldn't have done that. But it was so good. Awesome. I don't enable, I enlighten. Now I'm going in with number 90, which is the medium tone. Just extending out that dark area there. Now I didn't go in with the lightest color on this one because I can see where all those lines are. Sometimes if I can't see where all the light areas are, I'll go in with the lightest color just so that I can highlight those lighter areas. All right. And of course I'll go back through again after I've got this one down. I'll do the light area, then I'll go back through and I will refresh the dark area and just keep building that color until I can no longer see that dark gray underneath. Hey there, View. How are you doing today, Pamela? I almost forgot. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I actually had them on my deals for $58, but that lasted a very, very quick minute. And then it went up to 83 or 71, and then it went up to 83. I have them on my, had them on my deals of the day, but I have a thing on my community page for anybody that's new here where I list the most interesting deals to myself and all of the coupons that I can find for artistic things, artsy stuff. 500 square foot apartment. Um, it'd be messy all the time. Yeah, it went really quick. They only had, like, when I posted it, it said I think 12 left, and then poof, it was gone. Yeah, a 500 square foot apartment would be messy all the time for me. I would have art supplies from one end of it to the next. It's either that or else I'd be cleaning constantly and driving myself crazy. So I'm going in with the lightest color now, which is number 73. And as you can tell, it's not a really extremely light color. It's a dark salmony pink color. Has a little bit of red in it, a little bit of pink. but it definitely will give those lighter areas that color that we want. Just going through, finishing up the edges here, and then we'll start all over again, building that color up. It's amazing how long it takes to color one flower. Well, it's amazing how long it takes me to color one flower. Yeah, the Azure markers, you have told me about those, and I have looked in the Walmart here online. I don't go out, so trying to find anything that isn't online is a little more difficult. I try not to leave my house. Turn that light on so I can see what I'm doing. Now I'm just going in with a little bit harder pressure into those lighter medium areas, because now I'm just going to finish it off. I'm getting those layers in there with a softer pencil such as the Flowwoods or the Prismas, that sort of thing. One of the good things about them is they do blend by squishing. So if you're a heavy-handed person, you can definitely get those colors to blend together and build together with a heavier hand. There are some pencils out there that you could definitely not do that with because they just don't blend that way. You will find that they just peel up. You have to put gentle gentle layers. And that's not the one I want. This is the one I want. Alright. So now I'm going in with number 90 and getting into those medium dark areas. Yeah, I live in a 1,600 square foot house and still find that running out of room. However, if my children would just, move out. Alright, need number 90 again. I say children, but they are adult age children. One is turning 19 and one is turning 27, so it's not like they're 10. Although, oh goodness, that's really sad, Dana. A A lot of different celebrities, going down for the count. Hopefully it won't affect him too much. I think I missed this one here with number 90. Oh, that's number 81. I was wondering why that was so dark. Using the darn wrong pencil. That's okay. Blend it in anyway. Oh no. That kind of sucks. Well, it really sucks. It not just kind of, but it really sucks. But he's not a spring chicken either, so. But I know that when my mom had her stroke, it was scary. Such a scary thing. All right. So there's one of the red flowers done. It's taken me 20 minutes to color one red flower. Yes, he is. Hey there, Alex. Welcome, welcome. How was work? Yes, yes, exactly. If he can get get everything taken care of quickly and get into some therapy, he might be able to get everything back pretty quick. Okay, so we're on to the next flower. So I'll do a couple of these buds down here and a couple of these flowers, and then we'll do the stem, this leaf here, and then we'll do the butterfly. And that should take, well, it should actually take us up to all the way up to the end there if we don't take too long. So I'll do this flower here. Just going in with the dark. So I'm using number 81, which is the darkest pinky red that I'm using. Now this is not the darkest red there is. The set does have a fantastic level of reds. I was really surprised with how many reds is in this set. He was tired. Well, you be careful walking home. Yes, it is nice and sunny. Thank goodness that you're not walking home in that rain. Hopefully you weren't walking home yesterday and well, it did clear up just before the school let out yesterday, I think. Start coming down to the school and driving you home. not walking in that horrible weather that's coming up. Alright, now going in with the light color. Just filling that into the edge there. Ooh, goodness. Where are you, Ambient? We're going into fall here, so we're starting to get our rainy season here. Please excuse the train. He's being loud and noisy today. Oh, okay, so it was in 2013. Yes, I knew about that one. I thought he had another one. But yes, he is getting the therapies and that sort of thing that keep him progressing, which is great. I thought he had another one. Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit of yellow. Oh, okay, so you're down in California. Are the fires still are probably still burning down there pretty heavy? I know up here we're in Oregon. Alex and I are both in Oregon, so I am using Flowwood. The Flowwood colored pencil, sorry. If somebody asked and I missed the question, I do apologize. These buds I'm just doing straight dark red. Make sure we get all of the bud. Yeah. The storms have just been weird everywhere. The Flowwoods that I'm using are the Flowwood 180 set. They're a really nice set of pencils. I just gotta check on something, see if that's a leaf or a flower. I think it's a leaf. I don't want to color it red. I'm pretty sure it's a leaf. So, and this is one of the things that reference pictures are fantastic for. You don't, of course, have to follow the reference picture with your colors and color it exactly the same as the reference picture, but it does work out really well when you have something that you're questioning. Now, she's showing this as a part of a flower, part of an opening flower, so we will color it red. But it gives you the ability to say, okay, I'm not quite sure what that is. So it gives you the reference to say, okay, that's what that is. Instead of going, okay, well, maybe that's a leaf and then coloring a flower green. Because I was just about to. If I hadn't looked at the reference picture, that flower would have been very green. Good night, Sinette. I hope you have a good sleep. Thank you so much for visiting and coming in. I do appreciate it. Hi, Sarah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to have you here. So now I'm going in with number 90, which is a dark pinky red. It's my medium color. Just getting into all of those medium color areas, extending out that dark a bit. And then we're going to use number 73, which is your lighter tone of pinky red. Use that to blend everything all together. Yeah, when I was coloring this, I didn't have the reference picture open when I was coloring the cat. And of course, on the stream, the only thing that I got done was the front part of the cat from his head down to his toes. And I thought, God, that looks very strange. And then I, looked closer at the picture and went, oh, there's the rest of the cat. Because this is all fairly dark and just blended right into the background in the dark scale stage. It's like, okay, well, that makes more sense. At least he's still there. All right, so we're going to go back in with our dark red, darken that up a little bit, build that up to eliminate that gray. I thought the poor cat was just deformed. It wasn't, it was just my brain wasn't seeing it all. Dust that off. Then we're going to go in with number 90 into those medium color areas. Just going to blend out that dark into those areas. Dust that off. And then we're going to use the light tone and fill it in those light areas there. And of course, remember that you will be putting in your highlights and whatnot after you're done coloring. So the lighter areas, such as this curve here and a couple of these curves here, are going to have a little bit of white on them to give you that light perspective. Alright, so we're going to put these ones away. Put them back in here. And we're going to grab our greens again. Maybe. What did I do with them? Ah, they're under the book. And we're going to go down the stem here. And we're going to just put in our dark area so that we know where things are. I think we're going to go with a bit darker than that. Down the edge here. And then down this one here as well. It's a chunky monkey kitty. Yeah, Ashley sent me pictures of her little baby, and this one looks very much like her kitty too. So I'm just going through with this medium green. Darkening up a little bit of areas there. And then we're going to grab our light green. And make that area pop out a bit. And down the barrel here. Alright. So I'm going to pop you over to the other camera here so you can see how far we've gotten. So we did these little flowers up here and all the leaves down into here and this area. Now if we have time, let's see what time is lots of time. So we've got about half an hour. So we can continue with the red flowers here and the leaves behind the cat, or we can go on to the butterfly. Which would you rather me do? Because I know there's a lot of leaves and flowers and that sort of thing still to do. But we can do the butterfly, or we can just continue with the flowers and the leaves. Whichever one you want to do. Of course, I will be finishing this off today, probably during Rhea's coloring as well. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just need to walk away. Another thing I tend to do is I tend to focus on things. So you want to color the butterfly. Alright, so let's hit the close-up camera. We'll zoom it out this way a bit. There we go. Whatever floats my boat. Not being itchy. That's what floats my boat. Sometimes my skin gets really, really itchy. So I just got to take a couple of seconds and try not to scratch so much. Yeah, sometimes all you got to do is just step back from it and stop concentrating on it. I have a tendency to focus on well, not even mistakes, but things that I don't like the way they look. So I have to step back and stop focusing on it. Otherwise, it would drive me cray cray. All right, so we're going to take some orange. We're going to take some orange red. Well, deeper orange. Let's actually grab a little bit of this red and a yellow and the black. I know you're in here, black. Where are you? There you are. Okay. And this dark brown. So, butterflies take a lot of colors. So we're going to start with this one. Just putting in a little bit of red down at the very, very base here. And then down his tail area here. Now I'm not following the picture 100% here. I'm just following the picture, like the colors on the picture are different, but I need to follow the picture to see where butterfly ends and leaf begins. So I'm just going to take a quick second here and take a peek. So yes, that's the end of the butterfly there. Color his spot here with a light layer of the red. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now that I know where it ends, that's pretty much all I needed to know so that I didn't end up coloring leaves and things red, although that's not a really big deal, you know, because I've got red flowers around there, so I could just blend it into the flower. Alright, so move the book. So extend that red out a little. Then we're going to take the reddish orange color. Sorry if my sharpener is loud. I'm just going in here and I'm just putting in that reddish orange color. I'll also be adding some orange to this as well, some lighter orange color. Almost a yellow orange, where this is a red orange. Come in and blend that red into it. Up into here. And into the spot as well. Oh, yeah. My youngest is turning 19 in October, and my oldest is turning 27 in November. So I'm going through with number 26 now. Blending into that red. Alright, now I need, there it is. Yes. Yeah, he's going to be monarchy. I need a bit of that red. I can't say he's going to be exactly like a monarch, but he'll be monarchy. To be honest, I don't think I've seen a true monarch. A true monarch, like the ones we have out here are black and yellow, but the ones that are with the oranges and the reds and that sort of thing, I don't think I've actually seen more than one or two of them in my life. But I'm not from an area that gets a lot of the really big butterflies. We used to see them a little bit more when we were kids than are out there now. So I'm just going through and putting in a little bit of the red into these spots in those darker areas especially. And of course I will be going around them all with the black, so I'm not too worried about going outside of the spot lines here too much, because I will be filling that all in with black. So now I'm just going through with the number 26, which is the lightest orange, and blending that red into it. Now I have to look again because I think that's part of the cat. Let's see. Nope, that's fine. It's just a little bit of black there. We'll fix it. It's a happy accident. Alright, and then I'm just going to do this area here with just the orange. And then we're going to do this area Just getting all of the different colors into their little spots before we add the black. Like I said, I'm not horribly worried about the lines and going out of the lines with the colors because the black will fix it. So I'm just going in with the yellow now and blending that all together. Not going over the lines too much with the yellow, but still blending that red into it, blending that orange into it. I'm going to go up the edge here with the yellow. Bring that together. Hopefully I am still on camera, which I didn't look. Sorry if I wasn't. Cool. That's awesome. That's a lot for it to show up on radar. Sorry I wasn't looking up. So that's really cool. It's bad when they show up as rain on the radar. I'm just going to put a little bit of orange down here, just blending it in from the red. Reestablishing that red a little bit. And pull it in with the yellow. Didn't like the progression there on that part. Well, thank you so much, Deb. I appreciate that. All right, so now we're going to do the other side. Just going to put a thin coating of the yellow there to begin with, and then I'm just going to put in a little bit of this red. And then we'll drag that in, because I think it needs a little bit more than just the yellow. I'll put a little bit of the orange too. And then we'll go over it again with the yellow. better. That's better. Same with this area. We're going to pull that out of the orange. Oh, that needs to be orange there. Gotta at least make his wings match. Just put a bit of orange in here. Hi, Amy. That happens. Yes, a darker grayscale, the darker areas definitely take more and more layers. And basically with that, all you do is you just keep on layering um, until you're satisfied with the amount of gray that's underneath it. So add a little bit of orange to this area here and here. Just because I want it a little bit rosier. Come down the edge with the yellow. All right, Deb. Enjoy your sleep. Thank you so much for coming in and visiting with me. I appreciate it. So I'm just adding the yellow in, making sure that I get some areas with the yellow that I want highlights in, especially the edges. Alright. So as you can probably tell, there are some areas of the grayscale in the black that are slightly lighter than the black. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow into those. So when I go over them with the black, it'll show up as a bit of a highlight. The black will still overtake the yellow, but it will still give it that lighter tone than just straight black. And I'm not too concerned, like I said, I'm not too concerned about whether or not I've colored in the whole area or gone over the lines. Once I get the black in there, I will be able to fill in and fix any areas that look like they don't have enough color in them. Alright, so we're going to do his little body. Make sure that I get his antennae. His antenna on that side is in a weird position. It's very strange. to take a lighter brown. And Bob just got home. Hopefully he's had a good day. There we go. It's still a dark brown, but it's still a little bit lighter, just to fill in that center area. And then we're going to take a tanny orangey brown color. Which one? Nope, I don't. Maybe I put it back. Nope. Okay, so maybe we'll just use a little bit of yellow. Around the edges here. And then we'll just take this brown. And of course I could have, continued to dig in the bag because I'm quite sure that the brown that I'm looking for is there. I'm just being lazy and just creating the color I want. Alright, so there is our butterfly. Of course I've still got the black to do, but it is time to go over to Rhea. So we're going to take a quick peek of the whole thing, and I hope that you have all enjoyed coloring with me and hanging out with me. Of course, remember to click on the link at the top of the chat. That is Rhea Colors, and she is up next, of course, in about 1 minute. Sorry, Rhea. And of course, I will probably see you over there when I am jumping on over there. Of course, thank you all once again for visiting. Remember to, pop on over to the Facebook post of my husband's contest. And exactly, Deborah. Of Bob Ross. My husband has printed a Bob Ross that I showed on Saturday, and he is in a contest. And if you watched my video yesterday, you know all about it. Of course, tomorrow is the last day for voting. So if you haven't already voted on his Bob Ross print, jump on over there and hit that like button. I will grab you a thingy to click on. Link there. That's it. Brain work. Words. Exclamation point. Words. Because words are hard. So if you jump on over to this wonderful, wonderful link here, you can hit that like button and give my husband a vote. And for every vote he gets, awesome. If not, that's fine too. Of course, remember to go over to Rhea's channel and give her some love because she definitely deserves it. Hit the link there and give Bob some love because he deserves it. Everybody needs the love. And take a look at his Bob Ross print. And of course, hit the like button if you enjoy it. Other than that, guys, remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Of course, we will see you again tomorrow for our fun All Things Thursday. And of course, later on today with another hug. So, of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Until next time, bye-bye for now.